before Egypt raised its pyramids, before Mesopotamia carved its kings in stone, a civilization rose beside a river we barely remember today. They built cities so advanced that even modern planners would envy them. They bathed daily, drained their waste underground, and lived in homes cooled by natural ventilation 4,000 years ago. And yet, we don't know what they called themselves, what language they spoke, or why they vanished. This is the story of the Indus Valley civilization, the world's first great urban mystery. It began with railroads. In the 1850s, British engineers laying tracks across the Punjab stumbled upon thousands of perfectly cut bricks buried in the earth. They used them for construction, not realizing they were pulling apart a city older than Babylon. Decades later, in the 1920s, archaeologists finally uncovered what lay beneath: Harappa and Mohenjo Daro. Vast, planned cities along the Indus River. Wide streets, public wells, grain warehouses, and drainage systems unlike anything from that era. These people weren't just surviving, they were organizing. Each brick was the same size. Each neighborhood followed a grid. It wasn't chaos, it was design. In Mohenjo Daro, archaeologists found something astonishing. A massive public bath made of brick, coated in natural tar to keep it watertight. It had stairs on both sides and a drainage system below. It's known today as the Great Bath, and it may be the world's first public water monument. Almost every house had access to water. Some had private toilets connected to underground sewers, an innovation that Europe wouldn't see for another 3,000 years. Their urban planning was so advanced that some archaeologists call them the world's first civil engineers. No palaces, no massive temples, no royal tombs. The Indus people seemed to value community over kings. Thousands of small seals have been found, carved with animals and symbols: bulls, elephants, tigers, unicorns. Each marked with mysterious signs, a script no one can yet decipher. The Indus script has resisted every attempt at translation. We don't know if it's a language, a code, or a kind of symbolic system like barcodes. What's even stranger, we found no monuments or military inscriptions. No boastful kings, no written laws, no record of battles. A civilization without propaganda, almost impossible for its time. Maybe they didn't need rulers. Maybe they ruled by consensus. Or maybe the evidence simply washed away, carried by the same river that gave them life. Far from isolated, the Indus Valley was deeply connected to the ancient world. Seals from Harappa have been found in Mesopotamia, more than 2,000 kilometers away. They traded cotton, beads, and spices long before the Silk Road existed. They made toys from terracotta, miniature bulls, carts, and figurines that still roll on their tiny wheels. Their artisans crafted jewelry from gold and carnelian beads so small they had to be drilled with tools we can barely reproduce. Even their weights and measures were standardized. A cube system so precise that archaeologists found near-identical weights across cities separated by hundreds of miles. Imagine a civilization that agreed on measurement, but not on kingship. The Indus River, unpredictable and vast, shaped everything. Every year it flooded and receded, leaving fertile soil behind. This rhythm sustained millions of people in a land larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. But the climate began to shift. Around 1900 BCE, monsoons weakened. Rivers changed course, including one mighty river known as the Sarasvati, which may have been the heart of their civilization. As water disappeared, cities were abandoned. The bricks that once built order began to crumble back into dust. Some people moved east toward the Ganges. Others may have merged with new tribes, sowing the seeds of later Indian culture. The civilization didn't vanish overnight. It simply evolved in silence. Today, we still can't read their words. We don't know their names for their gods or their cities. We don't even know what they called themselves. But we know how they lived, clean, organized, and peaceful. We found no weapons of war, no palaces or prisons. A civilization that valued order, not conquest. Maybe that's why it disappeared quietly, not through battle, but through change. The Indus Valley civilization stands as a reminder that greatness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it flows, like the rivers that shaped the world's first cities. In the ruins of Mohenjo Daro, archaeologists found a single clay tablet showing a man seated in meditation, surrounded by animals. Some say it's an early image of Shiva, one of the oldest gods still worshipped today. Maybe the Indus never truly vanished. Maybe they simply changed their name. This was the Indus Valley civilization, the city of silence, and the oldest story we still can't read. This is Atlas of the Unknown. Like and subscribe to turn the next page to the unknown.